Hello.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Let me swap you around. There we go. Let me just swap the screen around because, oh, wait. All right. We're doing it. Oh, Tipper. Hang on, wait a minute. Wait, right. There we go. Right, got it. Everyone at home, hello. Happy New Year to everyone at home. Let's just have a look and see who we have got. And if there's anyone coming on from X, you're more than welcome. YouTube, hello. Facebook, hello. Oh, hang on a minute. What have we got? Just turn that off. Let's go ding, ding, ding. That's my nutting. Right. Let's have a look. Roxy, we've got, of course, admin. Thank you very much. And thank you very, very much, Roxy, for being admin all this time, honestly, and having patience with me. I'm not the easiest.
I'm not saying anything.
Mum thinks I'm lovely, though.
She's got to say that, though, hasn't she?
Yeah, she almost made it through one of my shows. You know, one of the shorter ones. You know,
one of the shorter ones, the reels.
She almost made it through. Yeah, she said, "Oh, I nearly watched the whole lot, Phil. It was brilliant. Yeah, I like the end credits." Yeah. So we got Kate. Hello, Kate. Again, thank you very much indeed for moderating, Kate. You're an absolute class act. We have Things Netherlands. Hello, Things Netherlands.
That'll be hopefully Mary or Shane. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be Mary or Shane. I'm not sure which one. Things Netherlands.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, hopefully I've got the right Things Netherlands. And my friends Mary and Shane. If it is Mary and Shane, hello.
Yeah, I
if
hope
it
they're
isn't, sorry, hello, Things Netherlands.
Yeah, you probably just started World War III off now. There's probably a couple on the sofa watching this and go, hang on, she said Mary.
Oh, it's Mary.
Who's this Mary? Yeah, we got Larry Luttrell, the man.
Hi, Larry.
Yeah. Hello. We've also got Bayomar 13. Hi, dude. Hi. Thank you for joining. We have, let's have a look. Yeah, oh, Larry, that's nice of you. Yeah. Yeah, that's very lovely. Right, good. Okay, so I hope everyone's festivities are fun. You're having fun, but you're here now.
So yeah, it's all downhill from here to me.
It's all downhill from here now. All right. Yeah. So yeah, just forget it all now.
I must admit, I'm a bit worried when you said you were putting clips together and I didn't need to be involved and it's all sorted, and I was just like,
yeah. Oh yeah, it's all sorted.
So this is going to be a surprise to me. Should I say shock?
Never
to
fear.
Me as much as everyone else.
Natalie, never
I'm really
fear.
scared.
Yeah, never fear. Philly's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a problem at all. Let me just move that camera a little bit. It just seems a bit. Ooh, okay, right. Some people are watching. I'm streaming this both in mobile and in TV friendly, PC friendly. So let me know in the comments if you prefer PC or TV. You know which one works for you. I know some people are watching on the phones anyway. But yeah, let us know in the comments which one works, because it's a new thing that YouTube are also doing as well. And it's nice to get a bit of feedback and see which one works the best, really. You know, Drew Hollings, hello. Thank you for making it. Yeah. It's very, very nice. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Things Netherlands. It's indeed war zone over here already.
I see.
Look what you kicked off, Natalie.
That'll be her trying to organise Shane, I'll bet. It's like...
Excellent. Okay, right. Well, as I promised, what this show is about, there's no time on this show as it is really. It's just a case of coming on, saying Happy New Year and running through a few clips of previous interviews, and just I spent a little while highlighting some of the best bits, some of the standout bits, some of the funny bits, some of the really odd bits as well.
So the odd bits were basically before I joined you, and the best bits were after I joined you. That's how this is going to work, isn't it?
What's that? What?
I said the odd bits were before I joined you, and the standout best bits are after I joined you, aren't they?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. No, exactly right, Natalie.
I think I might leave the stream right now.
No, please don't. No. Honestly, I tipped my cap. If I had a cap to tip, I would tip it. No, you're absolutely. The show wouldn't be the same without you. It really wouldn't. Right. Okay. Let's shift on. Okay, I'm going to bring up a few clips now. Natalie, we love you. You know that. Let us have a little look. I'm just scaling down a few of these clips. Okay, right. This is going back a little while. Beginning of the year, I interviewed a guy called Brett. Now, very brave guy because he had a story to tell. And he had a bit of a twist to his story. The twist was he did suffer from schizophrenia. And I was in two minds about taking his account because I didn't want to be seen as the bad one. I didn't want to be seen as the one that would take advantage of someone, who kind of was perhaps a bit more in a vulnerable state. But after talking to him, he was so emphatic, so indefatigable when it came to what he saw, that I really had no choice but to believe him. And what he saw was incredible. And because of his honesty in saying that he was, schizophrenic in the past, and you have to remember as schizophrenics that a lot of times they take their meds when they're bad. When they take their meds, they feel better, and then they wonder why they're taking their meds. They come off them again, then they slip down the slippery slope, and then it goes round in a circle again. So, they're not all the while kind of out there. All right. Just to, kind of clarify that. But this is, he said it looked like a golem creature. Let's play this for you.
It was like a creature like Gollum out of Lord of the Rings, like a man on all fours running like towards me like that. And when he got to the bottom of my legs, he sort of went scurry, 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 watching what I was doing. And I skitzed out and thought, what is that? What is this creature that looks like a dog? Well, not a dog, like a wolf mixed with a man. So I ran out of the bush and it followed me through. And I got up and ran as fast as I could. And it just started to run after me, but it was a lot faster than I was because it must have been running on all fours. It got to me in about 30 seconds, even though I'd ran halfway up the road. And I got to it was like a a creature like Gollum out of Lord of the Rings. Like
okay, right. So that was one of the first ones which I found really interesting, very interesting. His account of that, and that was really early on in the year. That was about this time around, towards the first, I expect. Let's have a look. What's your take, Natalie, on if someone came to you and said, and you knew that they were talking about an experience, but you knew that they had probably, let's say I came to you and I said, Natalie, I have seen something absolutely extraordinary, but I must tell you that I am on medication. How would you make that decision? How would you make that decision on whether or not to record the account?
I would talk to them and see how they described the account and what I felt of them as a person as well. Like you said, he sounded very genuine. He seemed to be adamant about it. It's I mean, very often it's like if you've had problems for a long time, sometimes you can tell the difference after a little while. But it's I always had this problem with the dismissal of people with mental health issues or illnesses as their accounts aren't valid. But the supernatural happens to everyone. So, I mean, even as a sort of like what you could consider sane/normal person, if you deal with the paranormal, you sound like you should be locked up anyway. So it's like I would talk to somebody and see what they genuinely sounded like when they would, when I was talking to them and what their story was like, and then decide. Because it's not really our place to say one way or another. And like you say, these accounts tend to change you a little bit as well, and they stick in your mind. So it's, even if it wasn't valid, possibly to him it is valid anyway. So we have we need to respect that and take that seriously. It's sort of like if you were going to sort of sell it type thing, then that would be different. But if you're just taking an account of somebody, I think everybody deserves to have to have their account taken seriously. And then after that, you can decide for yourself whether it's a good fit for your podcast or for general viewing. If that makes sense.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
That's how I would do it anyway.
Yeah, that's how I did do it. That it's just a case of it's exactly right. You have to sound the guy out or sound the lady out, and I spent quite a bit of time with Brett talking to him, just trying to get a understanding of his character, really, where he's coming from, but it was so genuine. I had to, and it was just like, it was an amazing account. And like Dragonborn said, oh, Tom, bless him, I suggested Phil spoke with him after chatting with Rick. Poor chap, horrific. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It's like the thing as well is like if you have a caveat and you have that information and they're happy for you to share, this is an account, but there are some concerns here, but then it's up to you to decide for yourself. I think that's only fair if they're not sort of like, he's obviously very honest and is not pretending, which I would tend to take more seriously than somebody that was, sort of pretending to be something they're not. So I would take that as more genuine. But at the end of the day, in the paranormal, you don't know anyway. So, like you say, it's just a judgment call, really.
It is. Yeah. At the end of the day, everything is subjective.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. I mean, I've said before now, if we actually sat down in front of a psychiatrist and they didn't know who we are and we recounted a lot of the things that we've been talking about, we would be questioned for psychosis. Hearing things, seeing things, It's not real. And it's like, and you're insisting that it is, these are all hallmark. This is why it's a very fine line. Because I think psychologically, we're wired for other experiences, but sometimes the brain can't interface very well. So sometimes you can tell the difference, sometimes you can't. But when you start shifting between altered states of consciousness anyway, reality becomes very bendy. And then there's the spiritual concepts that reality isn't real anyway. So it's like it's only from a 3D point of view that it would appear to be unreal or strange. So, and then it's just discerning whether it's your imagination or whether it's something else. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm babbling a bit, but
no. I get it. Yeah. No. I mean, it's so basically what you're saying is, let's have a look.
We're all crazy anyway.
Yeah.
On one level by some medical definitions, but not necessarily by other definitions. Like from spirituality.
I'm gonna ask this AI and see what it thinks. Okay. If I saw a werewolf creature or a UFO, and I went to recount my story or the account of my sighting to a psychologist, would that psychologist think I was, let's say, hallucinating? What's the word, Natalie? What would the word be?
It would be hallucination or psychosis, visual and auditory hallucinations, I think they call them.
Okay. Let's have a look.
That's if I haven't broken the AI by speaking, because it doesn't seem to like me very much.
Okay.
A psychologist would likely consider various possibilities, including whether there were psychological factors or perceptual experiences. They wouldn't automatically jump to conclusions like hallucinations without understanding the full context. Is there a specific scenario you're curious about?
No. We're running through a few clips of different people that have had different different encounters. So the encounters that they've had are all on the supernatural and paranormal side. So we're just sort of running through a few of those, but we'll keep you on hold if that's okay. Just to ask you a few questions as we move along. Is that okay?
Sure, that sounds good. I'm here to help with any questions you have as you go through them.
Okay, right. I'm going to bring up another one. Let's have a look. Which one should we choose? Right. Okay. Now, yes. Okay, then. Right. Now, I interviewed a lady that is part of the GAPS team, which is based in Essex. I think Ghost and Paranormal Team, I think it stands for. But funny enough, Susan Vousden, sorry if I butchered that, Susan. But Susan came to me with an interview. First of all, she had an account, and her account was of a ghosty nature. And this ghost she saw in her bedroom when she was very little. But then she saw the ghost again. Guess where, Natalie?
In a bedroom again?
Of all places, a supermarket.
Really?
Yeah.
I would never have guessed that, to be fair.
I know. I'll play you an excerpt of it. It's
I was sleeping in my bed, and the woman, I I should imagine it was must have been early hours of the morning. That's all I can say, because I say I can't remember the exact time of the, when it actually happened, but it was obviously early hours in the morning. So I'm laying obviously asleep on my bed. She was by the side of my bed, standing up in front, like like that. Say I was laying down there. That was my bed. She was like that. Just
Can you put your phone down a bit? Angle your phone down a bit. That's it.
That's it. She's like that. And I was obviously laying on the bed there. She said, "Do you know who I am?" And all I remember is, like, with my hand, stroking the material, like touching the material of her dress, like that. I was sleeping.
Weird, huh? Yeah, weird. Now, get this, right? She also then saw the same person, okay, in a flipping supermarket.
That's it. She was laughing, right? Really laughing, but there was no sound coming out of her. And there really wasn't any sound, but she had that laughing face at me when I. That's it. She was laughing.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where, when on the full interview, she went to the supermarket with her mum, and she was slightly older, and this girl that she saw by the side of her bed was in the supermarket, dressed the same, looked identical, but was pointed. You know Invasion of the Body Snatchers, where they kind of like point at you with their mouth up. Yeah, she said it was a bit like that. It looked like it was laughing or screaming. I said it could have been screaming, but she said, "Was there any?" I said, "Was there any sound?" I mean, the woman was just pointing, and she was at the cash till. Susie was with her mum, and she saw this woman, and I believe her mum saw her as well, and it was the same woman that was in her bedroom. And anyway, very absolutely believable. She's a good researcher. I'm due to go on a investigation with their group very soon. So all the Gaps team, how you doing? You all right? So happy New Year to all of you in Gaps in Essex. Thank you for tuning in, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll bring all the equipment down and everything, so that'll be good. We're going to be at a pub, but very haunted. Evidently, this place is 14th century. So yeah, cellar as well, and I love a good cellar.
I was going to say,
I love a good cellar. You can't beat a cellar. So it's got outside, inside as well. So it should be fun. It should be fun, and we've got kind of carte blanche on the place as well, to a certain degree, which is great. Because Susie's going to have the key, so she's going to sort of like lock up afterwards, so we can leave kind of like whenever. So I've got to actually ask my bosses at work, because they're brilliant. My bosses at work, they are brilliant. If you're watching, brilliant, absolutely spot on. Can I have that next Wednesday, or I think it's the 21st? That'd be really nice if that's okay. I'll email anyway. But anyway, happy New Year to my bosses and everyone at work if you're watching. Right. Let me bring up another one, a little more embarrassing. This one. Let's have a look, see if I can't get something just slightly more embarrassing. Not too much, but just a bit more. Something a little bit more cringy. Oh, I do remember this one. Do you remember this one?
I was waiting for that one.
No, it's only good because I'm on there now.
I've
I
told
can
him
believe
that.
that.
I'm taking the show. It's my show now.
Good. It'll get better. It'll get more views then.
I don't know. I'm just sitting there waffling like this for an hour every week.
He said to me he's got a Natalie bell or something. He has to ring it or something.
Oh yeah, when I'm talking too much. That's you. I was starting to understand
Well,
now.
he's just as bad. So I'm glad he's met his match, to be honest.
Well, that's what I said. I
Yeah,
said, you
it
get a
is.
bell, I'm getting a bell back.
He loves the sound of his own voice. Never
Yeah,
mind.
it's quite funny. One of the shows we were on, he went off on a tangent like he does. And one of the comments was like, let Natalie get a word in edgewise,
That
Phil.
was me.
I was just like, I was like, yes.
Yep. Okay.
Well, we've got a waffle card for you now, Phil, haven't we? So
A
you've
waffle
got a
card.
bell and I've got a waffle card.
Yes, we have, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe yes, we have got a waffle card. Yeah. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
thanks to Wayne.
That's what's needed, isn't it? A waffle card, yes, indeed. Yeah, that's lovely, isn't it, Natalie? Yeah, waffling.
It is.
Well, it is good.
I got a feeling I'm going to be using it a lot this year.
Oh yeah, I think so. Actually, yeah, that bell's going to be red hot as well.
It'll just be an hour of like ding card,
Bing bing waffle, bing bing. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's all it will be. Honestly, so I had also we had a lot of shows, didn't we, with different people on. Some of the more recent ones and were really, really good. I also had on a lady that spoke about a giant that she saw. So she was in her bed as a kid and she looked out the window and she said that she saw a massive big giant. It was so big it would, and she was in a bedroom upstairs, right? So like first floor bedroom, and it came up to the window. I'll play that clip. That always stuck with me.
A giant man walk around the corner. And I can remember as he walked past the green and he walked in the middle of the road and there's sort of houses around the green and houses on the opposite side that follow the road round. None of the kids and the teenagers on the green, and I think they were playing football or something like that, noticed it. Nobody was looking at it, but I could see it. And I started to feel very nervous because a lady, to have to just like sort of go back slightly here, there was a gypsy lady that was a friend of my nan's, that was my maternal nan, who had already told me that I could see things, and she believed me that I could see things. But one of the things she said to me, and I remember this, is if I can see them, the chances are they can see me. So a giant man walked around the corner, and I can remember as he walked past.
So that I found quite interesting.
Yeah,
Because she
don't
was
get
very
giants so much, do we? Don't tend to see giant things very often.
no, you don't. No, not with giants. And before we go on, I just want to say with Colin as well. Very, very happy New Year to Colin. Okay, and I hope you're keeping all right, mate. And everything's okay. Don't be a stranger. New Year. So right, let's have a look. Right, okay. Now, I did interview another guy, and it was Matt Harvey, lovely guy, American, lovely guy, from Dark Woods Paranormal, and he does a lot of content, and he not only is a paranormal investigator, he's also witness, to a massive Bigfoot. I mean, huge this thing was. So I'll just play you a bit of a clip that he mentioned about it.
And literally there's this huge silvery gray, hairy covered thing standing there. This thing had to be pushing 14 feet. I mean, it was massive. And it, you know, I'm 6'2", about 300 pounds, and the arm on that thing was as big as I am. I mean, this thing was massive. I mean, it was probably about 2 feet wide. The arms were about 2 feet wide. They were just huge. Big burly chest. Thing had a damn watermelon for a head, a large watermelon for a head. And I'm like, oh my God, they exist. And I thought it felt like 5 minutes. I'm sure it was like 10 or 15 seconds later when they kind of came to.
That I found, you know, because he's quite an honest guy. He's like kind of got loads of he's got loads of dolls behind him, right? And some of them are haunted dolls. And as we were interviewing him, he actually told an entity from behind him to back. I'll try to play it for you. All right. Cop a load of this.
Hallway, and my parents would be ahead of me, and all of a sudden somebody would walk by them in our house, and I'd be like, "Did you see the guy that just walked by?" And I turn around and be gone. They'd be like, "What are you talking about?" They thought I was Looney Tunes, you know, and never could explain it to them. And then something happened when I was about 6. They call it shutting off. Scared the hell out of me so much that I shut off. And I still see ghosts and stuff like that. I just don't see them as clear as I used to. I don't know what happened. I can't recall it. But the psychic once told me that you had an experience. They asked me, what happened when you were 6? I'm like, I have no idea. Oh my God, it's freezing behind me. Sorry. Okay, back off. Sorry, there's something standing to my right here. Just like a cold hand on my shoulder here. It's not cold in here, but it's freezing. I got the chills. I got goosebumps all down my arms. But yeah.
Isn't it? You know,
very matter of fact, isn't he? He's like,
isn't he, Natalie? Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's like,
and
it's that is just what it is. It's like, just go away, leave me alone.
Yeah, just like, just back off. You know, it's like, but these things, I think they do. You get. Do you think we get used to it? Do you think that's what it is? We just get used to it.
Yeah, I think it's like, you know, when people say, like, describe the paranormal experience, and you're like, which one? They're like daily almost. And, you know, there are standout ones, but like you say, when you've got it sort of floating around in the background, you just go, oh yeah, it's whatever. You know, or just behave yourselves today. It's like you're being a bit too active. So yeah, no, I think if you're just used to it and it doesn't bother you, I think as well, you just get very matter of fact about it. It's definitely.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, I think it's whether it's a kind of like an increasing degree of scariness that it takes to make someone scared, I don't know. You know, whether or not it's like, you know, like sometimes when we watch a horror movie or a scary movie, and I remember years ago I watched Amityville Horror, you know, the TV 1977 one, I think it was.
Yeah.
And that freaked me the hell out. And the part which really freaked me out, because I was never very good. I mean, you know the story with Windows. I'm not good with Windows. And there's one part where the kids get this, the kids imaginary friend who's a pig. I forgot the name of the pig now. But yeah, the dad looked out the window, went into the son's bedroom in Amityville Horror, and you know, to console the son, I think it was, or the daughter. I think it was the son. You know, and say, it's okay, it's all right, just calm down. And of course, there's a thunderstorm going on outside, and everything else going on outside, and it's like, oh, you know, and he just had all the music building up, and the creepy doors creaking and everything else. And then the dad looks out the window, and then he sees 2 pinprick red eyes looking through the window, you know, which you know, and the kid going, look, he's dead, Dad, he's dead. You know, it's like, oh, you know, that freaked me the hell out. But I'm not good with it because I've seen my own stuff at Windows. It's like not good, yeah. But I just wondered if it's a matter of degree. Now, if I watch it, I'm kind of like dumbed down about it. You know what I mean? It's not as.
I don't know.
Scary.
Yeah, like you say, it depends, doesn't it? Like some people are more matter of fact than others anyway. I think also if you don't question your experiences the same degree, you perhaps, and it's more normalized for you, you're more perhaps prepared to deal with it as well. Because, you know, instead of going, oh my God, it's this, that, the other in the background, you just go, oh, it's one of them things. You know, I'll go and deal with it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
sort of like, you know, rather than it sort of being, because I don't know, it is, I think it depends what it is as well. It's like what it is and who you are as a person, because it's like there's some things that bother me and some things that don't. And then, but you tell any basic little tiny ghost story to some people and they can't sleep at night. So, you know, and you're thinking, why is that bothering you? You know.
See, you're quite a gutsy lady because
I'm scared of everything. Believe it or not.
well, you don't seem to be because
No, that's because
you
I've
sent
had
me
to
that
deal with
video.
it.
You sent me
If you
that
have to
video.
deal with it, you've got no choice. If it's there and it's bothering you, you've got no choice but to deal with it. So, like I say, I mean, I'm not fearless. I won't go into the basements and the cellars. I pick and choose my battles. But when things happen to you and you're on your own and they don't go away, you've got to deal with them. So I always, because people go, oh no, I don't know how you can deal with that, and I was like, couldn't get rid of it.
Yeah,
it was
but
there.
I mean,
So it was that, or end up, you know, crazy in a corner somewhere.
Well, I think you're gutsy anyway because I've seen you on that video going down that dark field where that white horse is on video, and it's
my
like
horse
dark.
is. That was
and
near the yard as well. I wasn't down in the field. I don't go down to the field in the dark unless I really have to. To be fair, because that was on the yard, so there was lights.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but it looked on camera like there was only lights by the building, not
there
where
is.
you
It
were
doesn't
down
go all the way
where the horse
down.
was.
Yeah, but I'm not bothered but until past the field shelter, and then when you get down into the actual field where I originally thought the Bigfoot was, that does make me a little bit spooked because I never feel like I'm on my own down there. And if I know all the horses are down on the yard, and I feel like I'm being followed, but yeah, so I again pick and choose when I have to go down there in the dark. Yeah. So again, you see, it's like managing my expectations. It's like so I don't get scared.
Yeah, well, you know, it's healthy. It's healthy to have that. I suppose it's healthy, really, to have that. It's a foolhardy, silly person that sort of has no fight or flight instinct, isn't it? I mean, you know, you have to have that. Yeah, otherwise it gets too. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I know I'm a little bit vulnerable to some of these things, so I do tend to be careful. So, like I say, I'm always mitigating, but it's like say, I a lot of the time I wouldn't have dealt with a lot of the things that I've dealt with if I did. Well, I suppose I did have a choice on one level, but I could have chosen to deal with it or just let it rumble around in the background doing whatever destructive thing it was going to do. So I suppose there was a choice of sorts. But yeah, no. So I'll send you down the field if you're ever up my way. I'll send you down there in the dark.
Yeah. No, that was I thought it was quite brave. But I'll tell you what interested me. We interviewed. Do you remember interviewing Carlos? American Carlos Ortegan Jr., where he was like into AI. And Carlos, if you're watching, Happy New Year to you. He was trying to utilize AI to get in contact with spirits and just to manipulate a conversation through AI and stuff. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely do, because he had some interesting ideas and interesting ways of interacting as well.
Yeah.
Non-standard, which I thought was fresh. a lot fresher.
Yeah. So we've got you asking him, but there's the last video I'll play is the most intriguing because he did not, when he came on, he did not mention about it. This what he spoke about, but I'll play that one last. This is
He's got has been quite curious. It'd be.
Yeah.
Have you got any ways of? Have you ever tried to get the spirits to actually enter photos? And they get some very interesting photos. Whether it is anything or not, I don't know. But some of the images he's got has been quite curious. It'd be.
Yeah.
Have you got any ways of? Have you ever tried to get the spirits to actually enter photos? And they get some very interesting photos. Whether it is anything or not, I don't know. But some of the images he's got has been quite curious. It'd be.
Yeah.
Have you got any?
Okay, right. And also, which is a good point.
Feet from our peripheral vision, there was something that came from the tree. There was two tree lines, one tree line here and one tree line here. This thing wasn't just like on its twos, it was on its fours, like an animal, like this. Feet from our peripheral vision, there was something that came from the tree. There was two tree lines, one tree line here and one tree line here. This thing wasn't just like on its twos, it was on its fours, like an animal, like this. Feet from our peripheral vision, there was.
Yeah. So he's talking about a cryptid that he saw,
Yeah.
and he didn't mention it before previously when he said, "Oh, he'll come on," because he was just going to come on talking about ghosts, paranormal, and it just kind of like cropped up where he in conversation. Did it have its arms out,
Yes.
or did it have its like more like a dog where it was
out like this, like this?
Okay. And they were they? Was it quite muscular or not? Was it skinny? Did it have its arms out,
Yes.
or did it have its like more like a dog where it was
out like this, like this?
Okay. And they were they? Was it quite muscular or not? Was it skinny? Did it have its arms out?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's quite a strange thing talking to a ghost hunter, and then all of a sudden, when they were younger with their mate, they came across a cryptid, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah. Yeah, because most of his thing is with the ovilus type things, isn't it? The voice things with the spirits. So he's not actually a cryptic guy, is he? But it's like, but he's had an encounter. Was it a Dogman type thing, if I remember rightly? I can't remember with him saying about it.
It was. He said it was white, pale, more like a rake.
Oh yeah,
So it
yeah.
had
That
no
was a
fur.
rake.
Yeah, pale. It had no fur on it.
Yeah, okay.
But it had a tail. So I think it was more sort of like rakish, to be honest. I believe that from the description anyway. So another guy that I interviewed was Sean Byers. This was towards the beginning of the year. Sean is very animated. He was very animated. Absolutely absolutely on fire. He was just kind of firing on all cylinders, happy, but really just kind of firing on all cylinders, enthusiastic about Bigfoot.
Okay.
He is a British HGV truck driver who had a encounter with a Bigfoot, and over the years the encounter turned to more of a relationship. Very interesting interview.
Okay.
All these interviews you'll find on my YouTube channel under clips. Okay. And the full videos are linked on those clips as well. Right. So these are just short little clips, but I'll play a bit from. They're quite elongated. The hands themselves.
Their hands fascinate me. They're not feet, the front, are they? They're hands, man. They kind of remind me of raccoon paws, apart from the claws, like. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. No, they are. They're quite elongated. The hands themselves.
Their hands fascinate.
Right. Now I'm going to come off this because I've got to. It's not playing the full clip for some reason. There's always some ball ache with this, right? I'm just. But you know, let's end the year as we mean to go on. I say. You know, it never goes to plan, does it? Let me try and get it up again because it does. It did work initially. It did work initially. It did work initially, and you know, in honor of playing it because it was interesting. They're quite elongated. The hands themselves.
Their hands fascinate me. They're not feet, the front, are they? They're hands, man.
Yeah, yeah. Very human-like, but elongated. Yeah.
Yeah, but to me, I always think of raccoons when I see their hands. Like, look, just type one type I'm talking about. You know what I mean? The Van Helsing thing.
Yeah.
I don't think they're like genetically modified. They are built for impact, dude. I watched a 9-foot-by-4 leap out the top of a 60-foot tree, dude. Free fall, no freaking parachute, and I'm like, what the? Yeah, and he crashed through all the lower trees and things like it was nothing, man. I didn't hear a thud or nothing when he hit the ground, but my God, man, they just do it, you know.
Yeah, they're quite elongated. Right. They was talking in that case about a Dogman. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, because he has a yeah, he was talking about a Dogman. And then so the conversation went on, and I asked him about you know, the Bigfoots, and you know, I sort of specified. I went down the line of Bigfoot because that's where most of his encounters were. And yeah, he told me that one of the first times that he had
because I was like, well, he's traveling with me when I'm going to work and stuff, and I'm like, well, where is he in between? And I'm like, he was living in the boot of my car. I used to have a saloon car, a Peugeot Saloon Blue. How do I know that? Because I was like, well, he's traveling with me when I'm going to work and stuff, and I'm like, well, where is he?
Well, there you go.
Is quite simply, that's all I ever heard over 8 months, dude. The happy sound. I'm here, yeah, like, you know what I mean? We're brothers, or brother and sister, even. You know what I mean? Is quite simply, that's all I ever heard over 8 months, dude. The happy sound. I mean,
all right, one tickety boo. Let me just get that back up again. It's I've been lucky enough to have some really amazing people on, you know, with some amazing you know, accounts.
3, 2, 1.
Just see if this is the one. Right, let's take that back. Okay. Bear with me, people, and we'll get it back up because we've got a few clips to do. Oh yeah, okay. Here he was talking about Bigfoot talking, our equivalent of "Hello, how are you?"
That's more their speed talk, where they talk a mile a minute. If you've ever heard it, that's
our equivalent of
with the Hive Collective. There are many in the group of one. Okay. I've evolved over the years. My subconscious, everything has evolved. With the Hive Collective, there are many in the group of one. Okay.
Yeah, right. Tell you what it's doing at the moment. For some reason, I'm stopping it because it's playing. It seems to want to play the whole video for some reason. On that, let's have a look. See if we can't try another one. Let's try a more recent one. Right. Okay. This is Di. He is a druid. We interviewed Di. Lovely guy, isn't he, Nat?
Yeah, very dry humour.
Exceptionally dry. Yes. Yeah.
The lad that works in the office, because he came out and he was being sarcastic to me. You know, how qualified are you to be different? And I was like, look, lick your finger. We're all.
Yeah, I like it. That's well, see, I don't know why. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why. I keep going to play the clips, and it just like it's taken as a clip. And then let me shut this window off here.
I was going to say it completely missed the story, and it didn't even get to the punchline. Then did it? It was a bit after.
No, it's oddest thing. I'm telling you that. Let me get it up again, all right? Because you know, I saved it. I took ages, like doing these clips, so I could show you people exactly at home some of the stuff that's been going on, and it's playing it as a whole show to Rob Shelsky. But when I go back, you can see it's like clipped off as a minute. 59 seconds, and I go to play that clip.
The lad that works in the office, because he came out and he was being sarcastic to me. You know, how qualified are you to be different? And look, lick your finger. The lad that works in the office.
Yeah, it's stopping, isn't it? Like literally like a 5-second clip. It's because I remember his story about how he got to be head gardener of where he was?
Yeah.
And how he nearly ended up ruining his career by being cheeky.
And he told him it was manure, wasn't it? He put his finger in his manure, but he then changed his finger. Instead of using that finger, he used that finger, and he was like licking the wrong finger. But the guy he was like trying to fool actually thought it was the right. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, that's sort of stuck in my mind. I don't know why. I just got one of those minds, I guess. But yeah, it's all right. You know, I like that sort of thing. Yeah. All right, I'm going to try one more. Let's have a little look. See. Let's turn this one off. Right then, let's try a recent one because okay then, EVP phone calls of Sin Schrader Hill.
I want to know more. I want to experience more. I want to see these things and hear more. Like I don't on these EVPs, very few class A. And I want to know more. I want to experience.
Yeah, for some reason I don't know why people just jump straight into
Did you set the time of the clip because you can change the length of the clip, can't you, on YouTube? Do you think you've set the clip to like 5 seconds, or is it just the way it's?
Yeah, look, see, look, I've done like 1 minute.
Yeah.
I've done my mother-in-law. That was the closest I ever got to paranormal. You know, she had had me in a state of profound. You know, I mean, you know, used to play the whole. I remember when I was with another.
I don't know
a partner, and then she's her mother-in-law. That was the closest I ever got to paranormal. You know, she had had me in a state of profound. You know, I mean, you know, I remember when I was with another partner, and then she's her mother-in-law. That was the closest I ever got to paranormal. You know, she had had me in a state of profound. You know, I mean, I said it just won't do it. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'll have to report that to YouTube because the clipping's not clipping, as it were, for some reason, which is odd. Let's jump into the comments and see what's going on. They're all discovering the unknown. Happy New Year, everyone. That's very lovely. Discovering the unknowns. I'll have to have a look at your channel, actually. Right, let's have a look. We've also got Ready Steady Retro. Nayfair. Hello, Nayfair. Yeah, good. Right, who else have we got? Still got Larry on. Let's have a look. Yeah, Dragonborn. Phil, looks like you've been got at. You're not half wrong, I tell you. Yeah, you're not half wrong. I've been nobbled. If that's the right way. Is that the right term? I don't know. You know about that sort of thing. Yeah. I'm not sure, but I've been nobbled. I'm sure I have on the AI. But they clipping. I spent ages. You wouldn't believe how long I spent doing those clips as well. It's such a ball ache, you know. I was like thinking, right, okay, I'll take that bit of clip because I've got to watch the video to get the clip. So of course I've been watching, you know, myself and Natalie, you know, which is lovely, but watching myself is a complete bore, you know. And I was like watching that to clip the right bits, you know, and then sort of put them on. But you can access them. I think it's something to do with StreamYard. When I'm sharing the screen, it's something to do with that. But try it yourself. Go to my clips on the channel and you'll see the full videos by side. You can just have a look. Okay, I picked the best bits of the year. You know, and some of them funny, some of them unusual. You know, it's like with Carlos and you know, paranormal ghost hunter, basically, and then all of a sudden he brings up a story about a rake, a cryptid that he saw, and he said of any. I remember him saying on the clip of any ghost hunting investigation, he said it paled into to insignificance compared to what him and his mate witnessed. That white rake creature running from one section of the woods across to the other section of the woods, and that just like got me. I was like, what the hell, you know? That really stuck with Carlos, and I thought, blimey. Yeah, so next year, what have we got planned, Natalie? What are we going to be doing? Are we going to be I'm going to be up your way, aren't I?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I am. I'll tell you why, because Di sent me some very secret places. He sent it in the form of coordinates, which I had to put the coordinates into mapping to get the exact places, because there were some teams that went up, and there's different areas up your way, funny enough, which are active. Some are active, some not so active for cryptids like Dogman. And I'm being especially, I would say, Dogman. That's what the most is saying. So I also want to put a trail cam up where Natalie is, because where that wood is, she sent me some still photos from ages ago and a little bit of video from a place where she goes to. What is it? Is it a wood, isn't it, Natalie?
It's just the woods near me. I was walking them more or less daily over lockdown. I've not been there since. I've been too busy with the horses since, but yeah, it was the woods where I was walking pretty much every day. And because I'm not a morning person, I was walking at sunset. And for the first year, I didn't really see anything. And then the second year, whether they weren't there before and then they were after, I started seeing stuff. And then had a series of coincidences just after. I kept getting Bigfoot stuff, and then they were talking about the cross sticks and sticks lying in trees and things. And literally the next day after watching that, I went for a walk, and there was cross sticks lying in trees, the burnt bits on the wood, and saw a shadow thing, caught photo of something hunkered down in the shadows with a strange light anomaly in front of it where there wasn't any light because it was sunset, so the sun was over the hill already, and there was no weeds or anything there like flowers and things. So yeah, it's like but it did spook me. And then so a few weeks later I went back to sort of verify whether I was going crazy or not. And yeah, we still had some of the things there. And then was it this year, I think, or end of last year, where I nipped back again, and they didn't have the cross sticks where they were, and the entrance to the the pathway, it was covered in brambles, but it almost looked like the brambles had been deliberately put across. So I went up the way a little bit, and there's a gap in the hedge, and right where the gap is, where I could look down, there was cross sticks. And I thought, oh, this is just stupid. There's saplings that have fallen over in the wind. So I went to pull on them to see if, thinking they were rooted, and they weren't. They'd literally been pushed into the ground as a cross. I don't think I've sent you that photo, actually. So I was like, okay, they're probably still there then, whoever it or whatever it is. Yeah, so but I've not been back since, but it's not far from me. It's just off a public footpath. So there's permissive access around the woods on one side, and then the bit that I was walking, that's sort of like grown over now because they've not kept it clear, and it linked to the footpath that went up into the woods on the other side. So it was like a little woods adjoining a big woods, and then you can go over the dual carriageway into another area that's set aside as actual woodland. So yeah, it's
kind of stayed with you though, didn't it? What you saw, because you sent me the photos. We weren't. I mean, we knew of each other. You knew of me because of Seventh Sanctum, and I was interviewed by Kerry Ann on Seventh Sanctum, and yourself, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it. I asked you to come on as an interview, I think, and that's how I ended up talking to you.
Yeah,
or for me.
Yeah, and I regret it ever since.
Now look at me.
Yeah, now look at you. Yeah,
If I'd
that's
known
it.
back
Yeah,
then.
poor burnt out shell of someone. Yeah, it's I was just trying to get the photos up. Yeah, and because you knew I was like kind of bonkers about cryptids, and you sent me the photos. I will. I'm still working on trying to get the photos up. They're buried somewhere. I just got to see what I put them under. I put them under a title, and I'll be a monkey's uncle if I can remember what the title I put them underneath was. And it looked like a figure coming out of the woods that you captured, and that was daylight, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it was just sundown, so the sun had gone down, but you get that like 45 minutes of light even after the sun's gone over the horizon. So it was just going down, but it was on a slope, so I was down the bottom and the sun sets over that way, so it had literally just gone over the top. So we were not quite twilight, but not quite. So yeah, it was sort of during the day, but barely, because very often I used to walk in the woods and then miscalculate slightly and I'll be there in the dark, which was not fun. I used to take a torch anyway, but as long as I got past a certain point in the dark, it wasn't too bad. But in I mean, they're not massive woods. I think the one where I saw the thing was about 30 acres. I'm not sure how big the woodland is on the other side of the road. It's a lot bigger with the lake in the middle. But yeah, so I do tend to like walk just as the sun's setting, because that seems to be when I wake up. Like, so I'm like, oh, I think I'll go for a walk because it's still light as the sun's just edging over the horizon. But yeah, no, it was a very strange set of coincidences, like the one that I've just had recently, where there's just like this chunking line of coincidences all on within 24 hours. And yeah, and I've never been a cryptid entity. I mean, what I saw, I don't know what it is, to be fair. It's like, I mean, we think of it as a cryptid, but it might not be, because I didn't actually see a thing. I saw a shadow. So it's like I've seen the shadow things a couple of times. And when I take a photo of the area, you do see this outline of a figure that's quite tall. But I can't say definitively what it is. But the evidence of its presence points more towards the Bigfoot Dogman phenomenon than anything else, because of the cross sticks and the things like that. So you know, and I was calling the thing that I'd seen in the woods on the other side Stickman, so one could argue.
Right.
Yeah, I called it Stickman, and I didn't know that I think some of the Native American tribes called Sasquatch Stickman, and I didn't know that until I got back from the walk and was listening to an audio book. And it was just like urban fantasy, and they talk about Stickman, and I was sitting there thinking, I've literally been in my house half an hour, switched on the audiobook while I was doing my tea, and you know, I'd called the thing Stickman, and then she's like, oh yeah, Stickman, blah blah blah, and I was just like, I need to look this up because this is just crazy. And I looked it up, and it was an actual fact, not a made up one for the story. And I was like, okay, that's another coincidence onto the list of 10 things I've got now. Yeah. It was just it was crazy. That did freak me out, though, to be fair. It's like, say, I didn't go back into the woods for another 2 weeks after that, and I took my mum with me during the daylight.
And you sent me a video with that as well.
Yeah, because my mum hid behind a tree and stuck her foot out and went, look, I found Bigfoot. That's like, yeah, very funny, because she was taking the mickey a little bit. I mean, the woods since then have taken on a tone that I don't particularly like. So I think what happened is, like, you know, in 2020, that there probably weren't that many things there, and they've kind of either they've moved because they could move around during that time because there was less traffic and that, or they, you know, they've just progressively moved in over a period of like a year or two from me walk, because I was walking there for about 2 years consistently. And I think they just kind of slowly moved in, and then the woods started to feel less and less welcoming. So I stopped going there after a bit and started walking in the woods near my allotment instead. But where I've not seen anything, I don't think yet. But I'll give it time, because it's not that far from these woods anyway. If you walk there, you could conceivably walk around through there, almost through the 2 sets of woods. So yeah, I'm waiting for that end to get phenomenon.
The interesting part, Natalie, is the photos that you sent me. I'm just having a quick peruse for them now, so I can bring them up if I find them. I think I got so many videos and photos, it's unreal, seriously. Because I have so many, and I thank every single person for sending me any footage or videos, and I do archive them. I get permission from the person if it's okay to archive. Just seeing ones that you sent me, but I do appreciate it, and if you want, keep them coming. That's fine. I do archive them, and then I bring them up. You know, I kind of like use them as reference, and I find them very useful as a reference because they're geotagged normally to an area. and sometimes with that area, other people's photos and videos on that same area, which backs up the claims of the person initially. If you know what I mean, it was sort of in a
Yeah.
roundabout way.
Well, that was
Yeah,
one
so
of the coincidences that I had when I first mentioned it, like where I was working. One of the girls went, "Oh yeah, we used to walk in those woods, and I've seen like big footprints of like, you know, feet that are bigger than." And I thought she was taking the mickey, you know, because, you know, just sort of like, but she was absolutely adamant she was serious. She said it was a little while back because she, you know, I think she was like 16, 17 when I spoke to her. And she says it was like, you know, a few years earlier. But she said, you know, that the other end of the woods, she said we'd seen some things in those woods, and we'd seen big footprints when they were out blackberry picking. And her mum's like a Londoner, and she was very straight talking, and her daughter was very similar. So I was like, you know, I was like, "You're just taking the mickey now." And she's like, "No, seriously." And I was like, well, this is another coincidence and another person. Because I was like, oh, you know, can't have anything like that, you know, around here. It's ridiculous. Because it's like Di the Druid said, didn't he? He doesn't believe there's Bigfoot in the UK. But I'm wondering now, with some of the things that I'm seeing, how much of them are you know, like I say, the phenomenon I'm getting is less physical, and it's more like a spirit, you know, or like a wood spirit or something. So I don't know whether there's a distinction between the two or not. But the phenomenon I'm getting around here that seem to be linked to the cross trees and the sticks. Because I saw a shadow on the yard the other day. It was like right in front of me, but I was doing some of my horse at the time, so I was a bit sort of like, you know. But it's yeah. So I don't know whether it's just because I'm starting to perhaps be able to not quite see them, but, you know, tune into them a little bit more, so I'm more aware. But yeah, it's just an interesting phenomenon. It's like, but again, like you're saying, not one that I was looking for, because I've always been terrified of things like that. So
yeah, an interesting part.
Hi,
Daniel J. Williams. Hello there. Happy New Year to you as well and your family. The interesting thing, when you sent me the photograph, I'll briefly explain it. Once I find the photo, I'll post it, okay, on my on the YouTube channel, okay, as a post. Most interesting thing, when I sort of processed the photo a little bit, you could see that light was emanating from it. Because you can tell
there
with
was
the
a triangle
ISO
in front of it of lights. There was, I think it was like 3 lights at the bottom, then 2 lights, then 1, and it was in an exact triangle. Because that was the thing that got you. The thing that got me was the thing behind it. But you were fascinated by the they were like dots of lights, almost like somebody, you know, like a Star Trek badge, but a little bit bigger. Yeah, and it, like I say, there was no indirect light. It was indirect light at the time because the sun had gone down. So it wasn't even like, couldn't even say it was reflections. There was literally nothing there that it could reflect off, and there was just this triangle of dots of light. Yeah, but which is still strange because I didn't physically see those dots either. So
oh, you didn't, no?
No, I didn't see it with my eyes. I knew something was there, which is why I took a photo. And it was only after I walked that way and I saw something go behind me, a shadow go behind me. But so that was that again, I didn't see the light phenomenon with my eyes, but I was taking photos because I had a feeling there was something there. So yeah, so again, that also is a bit odd because, you know, I didn't see it, but it's shown up on the picture.
Yeah. Well, once I dig it out, I'll post it. I did process it a little bit and adjusted it. I didn't use any AI. I don't use any AI on any photographs I get given because AI gets it wrong. It kind of, like, if it sees a blank space, it can't handle a blank space. It doesn't do blank very well. It always thinks that there has to be something in there, and it pads it out and fills it out. So AI, beware of when it comes to photography and with video, because AI can't, it gets all like this. When it sees anything blank, it just can't do it. It has to fill that blank, that void, with something. So, and you get usually the wrong something. But no, it's interesting because like Natalie was saying, its head almost looked like it was all. It was like a triangle with points of light just around its head. It looked like. And when I was processing it, the software I use is quite clever because it allows me to. It tests the photograph for reflective ISOs. So, if it's a reflection of sunlight, it will add an element of probability to that, and it will say, "Oh, yeah, from the way the sun is and the shadows cast, it coughs back at me. It's probably a reflection." With this, it didn't. That light was emanating, Natalie, from that being. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, it did seem to be, either connected to it or because it was literally just straight in front of it, wasn't it? And the thing itself didn't have a neck either, so it was just like a head and shoulders like that. And when I was walked there a little while afterwards, again I walked up a bit. And I thought there was something on the horizon, so I took a photo, and you could just see an outline of something. There's a similar shape, but standing up near the telegraph pole. I don't know if I kept that picture or not. And I thought, oh no, I think there is something there. But
when I come up, can you show us that area? Do you mind?
Yeah, it's only 10 minutes walk up the road from here, or I can drive. It can drive up because, like I say, you can pull in and walk down. This is the thing that I found really weird about it. It's like you're getting that like literally just off the road. It's like a 60-second walk to get to that point, so it's not far. And the other side where I saw the actual stickman figure walking in front of me again is like, I don't know, a minute into the woods on this side. So. It's just odd. So I still like.
I wouldn't mind sort of, sort of like doing a camp there.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd be able to get in. You'd have to have a look and see whether you could get into the woods now, because a lot of it's overgrown. Because the permissive access one, they don't maintain it very well. I was keeping the path clear at one point. And then the brambles got a bit ahead of me, but you might still be able to get in from the other end if it's not overgrown too much. But I have to go and have a look and see. But it is straight off the footpath, the side where I got the cross sticks, so you would still be able to see it even if you can't get into it. But yeah, you'd have to have a look.
I mean, if it's not room or it's not safe, I mean, do you know what? I get more problems when camping or stealth camping from people. If it's near like pavements or roads or stuff like that, you get more problems with that than you do with anything else, really.
Yeah. I mean, we get hardly any traffic up that way because it's a little bit out of the village. So that's why I used to walk there, because I never saw anyone. I think in 2 years I saw 3 people. And it's, I mean, to be fair, the time of the day also helps because, like say, even around my allotments where it's more public access, if you go for a walk just before sundown, you almost never see anyone. So it's my antisocial nature. But it's like, but yeah, there's not a lot of foot traffic there anyway. So yeah, for some reason, I never really understood why actually, but.
Yeah, but it's the area, isn't it? I think. We've got Tobias Josephson. Yes, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Tobias. Tobias has agreed to come on the show, Natalie. So we're going to be having an informal chat with him, people. He is part of the Brotherhood of Witches. So it's going to be an interesting conversation. He's quite a deep thinker. He's a very thoughtful man. And I just would like to, I know about, I've heard an awful lot about female witches, but not an awful lot when it comes to male witches. So that's the reason why it will be really interesting. And I appreciate Tobias for agreeing to come on the show. Thank you. And Happy New Year to you and your family.
Got
Yeah.
some cool guests getting lined up now, I think, aren't we?
We are, yeah. January, we've
Really?
got quite a few. We've got quite a few guests now, which is a good thing. So yeah, we're very, very lucky, I must admit. But definitely, yeah, there's a few places up. I mean, if need be, I'd put a trail cam there, Natalie.
Well, yeah, I wondered that because I think you'd be able to leave one there quite safely.
Yeah.
But, yeah, because it would be quite interesting. I did wonder about that. But yeah, I'd be more concerned with what's been going on up where the horses are. So,
I know, exactly.
yeah,
What have you got planned for tonight then? What are you going to do? You're going to kick back and watch the Hogmanay?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
You.
I'm in the middle of. I'm a terrible jigsaw addict, so I'm in the middle of jigsaw, and I've been watching Farscape. So that's the extent of my New Year celebration. I don't tend to do New Year, weirdly. Whenever I used to go out when I was younger, it always ended wrong, so I just thought it wasn't worth it. So now I just sit at home and watch films, do jigsaws. So yeah, I'm finishing a jigsaw at the moment. Yeah,
what jigsaw is it again?
Farscape.
A Farscape.
Yeah, I've never actually watched it. I was always like, Star Trek and Babylon 5, and my mum loved Farscape, and I never actually watched it. And I thought, you know what? It's on Prime. I'm going to give this a go. And it's like, I'm about 6 episodes in, and it's actually quite entertaining. And I'm like, I don't know why I never watched it the first time round. It's quite bizarre.
I must admit, I haven't watched Farscape. Star Trek, like you, yeah. Enjoyed that. The new Star Trek's really good, new series. Yeah. I've started watching it. It's really good. And it sort of harks back to the original series, but redone. It's all sort of like new. I'm going to bring Roxy on because if it's about that time, we said it'd be about an hour and a half. We don't want to take up too much of people's time because we do know it's a very special night. And let's face it, the clips for me, I'm so sorry. It just went, ball ache, absolute ball ache. I'll bring Roxy on. Hello. Happy New Year.
Well, soon. The fireworks around here, though, are going mental. And it's unsettling Ruby, who's already had an extra chew stick. Do not tell Basil.
That'll be trouble if that gets found out.
Oh my god! Honestly, she kept. Can you hear her? She keeps going on. No, you're not having any more. So she's a greedy barrel. She really is. What are you doing? You're not having any more. So yeah. Listen, I've just gone mad now.
Yes, 1 chew stick per firework, please.
Oh my god, I don't know. It's not like her. It doesn't normally, but they are going mad. Right. One second. 1 second.
Okay, right. While she's sorting that out, I just want to show people. Okay, a little plug for the channel, but also Roxy done a really great design. So she's been working on the shop, guys. Okay, working really hard, and she came up with some really cool designs for the shop. One in particular I absolutely love, and that's this one. I don't know if you can see it. Natalie as Goldfish Paranormal, Phil Copple as Dogman.
I've never looked so cool in my life.
Oh my god.
That is so cool.
Oh my god, yes. I've been busy doing design.
And this one, I love the writing on this one. This is like a bag, but look at that. I mean, seriously, that is outstanding work.
And if you look in the tank as well, the details, there's like a little, is it the meter there, and then on the other side, a little recorder, and then there's the ghosts and the aliens in the background. And
And the little skull.
And the skull. Yeah, there's a lot of detail
Yes.
in it.
And
It's,
you've got your very own bottle of champagne with tiny little glass.
I did notice the champagne.
You know, so it's just, and you can get it in t-shirts,
Yeah,
hoodies,
back of the hoodie.
back of the hoodie,
Yeah.
you know, cups, but you know,
Yeah.
there's other. She's revamped, has done a lot of work. I wanted to give her credit because we're credit where credit's due. She's also redone these as t-shirts, and they're not the sort of the iron-on patches. These ones are actually, you know, woven. You know, they're kind of like the one that I'm wearing. It can take some stick, but Cryptids Rule the Night, absolutely brilliant. I'm going to get myself one of those, and definitely going to get one of these as well. Dogman, Bigfoot and Beyond. I mean, and she done it as a 60s, 70s vibe type thing. And I just haven't seen anything so cool.
Yeah, it does it works really well.
I just wanted to mention that. Thank you very much indeed, Roxy.
No,
You've done
that's
an
okay.
outstanding
I'm
job.
going to get myself a paranormal goldfish one because I just love that design. Honestly, it's my favourite. It's just so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I must admit the paranormal goldfish paranormal design, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I love it. I love it. So I'll be getting a few of those. I must admit to wear when I do these shows because it's just fun. Brilliant designs. Really, I've got to take my hat off. You've done really, really well. Let us remember, okay. Before we go, I want to remember, like we've had losses. Everyone's had losses this year, all right, and we have to remember those. Like Loki and Merlin, God bless him. My father who died this year, God bless him. People will have losses, and sometimes it's also a bit of a sad time of the year, okay, because it's like people, you know, maybe you know, reflecting on this, reflecting on that. Maybe they haven't got family and stuff around them, but anytime we are here, okay, for you. So if you want a message, if you just want to sort of like holler out, whatever, just contact. It's fine. If you want to just talk rubbish, I am excellent at talking rubbish. Really excellent. And in no time at all, your mind will be taken off what you're thinking about, and I'll get you onto something completely different.
Or you'll be
and
asleep.
you think to yourself,
Or you'll be asleep.
Where did 5 hours go? He's just stole 5 hours of my life, which I'm really good at. But yeah, don't ever think you're alone. All right, there's people out there. And if you want to just message, I'm all over social media. So just like kind of message me on Facebook or WhatsApp or YouTube, you know, reach out. That's fine. Do what we can. But yeah, and you know, remember those that have gone this year, but also, you know, kind of it's the new year. So let's crack on, put to rest and crack on. That's the way I'm treating it with my father, you know. So he's in a happy place. He's all right. He's doing okay. You know, he's tinkering and chatting up women that could cook, I think. Definitely not my mother, bless her. He's like one of his first chat up lines, can you cook?
I don't know, that's it.
But I want to thank Natalie very, very much for joining us on this show. It doesn't go to plan, Natalie, does it? A lot of times, but we try. And I think it's sort of, it works for not going to plan sometimes. Sometimes you get these shows which are like really polished and you get someone in the background doing all the editing and you know, and you've got a big host that are like saying, oh yeah, could we get that up on screen? I mean, I have trouble trying to jiggle about a clip, you know. So But I think it's better for it. It shows the human side, you know. It shows, you know, we're not polished. We're just getting through it like everyone else. We're getting through a show like we're getting through life. We're just getting through it, you know, and trying to bring what people want to see. And I want to thank you, Natalie, very much for joining the team. You're an absolute asset.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure so far, anyway. Once I figure out how to do the clips, like I say, I've managed 2 clips so far, and that took me a far longer than it should have done to work out.
Oh man, I know.
At least I've got my microphone and my camera working now.
Well, that's really good.
Yeah. I just
You sound
noticed
so
that
much
you can
better.
see the bags under my eyes there. I'm gonna have to start wearing makeup. It's like...
I don't know. I'm very pale, and I always look. I've got makeup on, believe it or not.
It's all in the lighting. But you've just got to get the right lighting.
Yeah, that is true. Ruby, no, she's insatiable. I gave her a carrot, and she's eaten that. And she's still.
I think she's on the blackmail tip at the moment, to be honest. It sounds like blackmail to me.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. She's like a canine version of in the Muppets. You know, there's 2 hecklers in the. You know, the 2 hecklers in the balcony. Come on, get off, rubbish. She's like a canine version. Stop it! Stop what you're doing. You're hurting my ears. That's what she's saying in dog language. But everyone watching, listen. It's, you know, I'm sorry it didn't go to plan, but at least we're here, and at least I just, you know, from all of us, I want to thank everyone for sticking with us, and mostly have yourselves a very, very happy, healthy new year. And and I think that goes from all of us.
I would just like to say thanks to the girls in the chat. And the guys, they do a brilliant job every week for hours on end. It's just brilliant of them. So
yeah, that's Larry, Keith. That's Larry Luttrell, Keith Ashton, moderators. Also Dawn, Dawn Hewitt, and Kate Moonbeam. Of 2 female moderators as well. You all do a wonderful, wonderful job in the chat. You really do, like what Roxy said, because it's not easy, you know, keeping awake for so long. You must have matchsticks holding your eyelids up. I can imagine you kind of like in front of your phones with a couple of matchsticks under your eyelids and taking all kinds of concoctions to try and keep yourself awake. You probably by the end of this and a lot of the shows in the past, you're probably a bit high on Red Bull or something, you know, Monster. You know, you're probably buzzing all night, you know, crawling on the ceiling. But we thank you. We thank you for, you know, the effort and time you put in and keeping the chat going, and also, you know, advising people in the chat and you know, giving them a bit of help sometimes, you know. And we want to thank you very much for that. And look, we're going to let you go, okay, because it's a very special night. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. God bless you all. You know, if you got a God, that's fine. If you haven't,
9th, is it the 9th of January?
Yeah.
With the show, you've got the lineup already, haven't you?
Yeah, who we got?
Jenny Sullivan.
Who?
Is it Jenny Sullivan? Emerald Isle Paranormal. So Jenny Sullivan. Yeah.
Yes.
You'll not be falling asleep with Jenny on, I'll tell you.
No, I've seen a little bit of a video of her. Yeah.
She's amazing. If you want to be up for 3 or 4 hours, get her talking about EVPs.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
It's all things paranormal, bumps in the night, January the 9th. 7, is it?
No, I'm going to be 8. Is that okay?
gonna be
Because
8.
if we do it at 8, we're going to change it to 8 instead of 7. I'll
Okay.
tell you why. Because one, it suits Natalie a bit better, I think.
On me.
Well, no, it does. I think it does. Because she used to give me before she used to give me a near night flipping cornery. Because Natalie would be, I'll be getting the studio ready. It'll be getting up to 7 o'clock, and then Natalie would still not be there, and still not. And then about 2 minutes to 7, hello.
that is me. You're lucky I turn up on time. I'm really bad at being on time for stuff, so I've done quite well so far because it's always been before you were live on air instead of just like shooting.
Yeah.
Credits
No.
To be fair, I've been doing all right so far.
Yeah,
but,
and I think, I think 8 o'clock's a
really.
more civil time because people kind of like would have probably had their dinner by then as well. So when they're looking at me on the screen, it's going to be less traumatic for them. They're not going to, their meatball's not going to fly off their fork. Put it that way when they see me snout on the TV or the phone. I never used to be like this when I first started. I can guarantee that. I was quite a good-looking bloke. It just takes its toll, really.
Did you just say when?
Seriously, these things have been going on for how long now?
Look at me. Just look at the state of me. Hey, what?
You haven't aged that much in that time.
Well, I don't know.
But me,
it takes its toll,
I've obviously got younger.
We've not aged at all.
No. But then, Natalie, you've got excellent lighting as well, and you've got youth on your side.
I don't know. Everybody keeps saying I'm young. I'm not actually that young. It's just
compared to me.
I think because you got really, really nice skin.
Yeah, beautiful skin.
It's quite clear, isn't it?
You've not seen me in the daylight or with the overhead lights on. It's soft lighting for a reason.
Well,
and
it's working.
One of my tricks.
Okay, right now that up there to the left-hand side of Natalie is her QR code for Goldfish Paranormal on Facebook. So if you grab hold of your phone or you're watching this later, just scan that QR, take you straight to that. That's right. Yep, it will take you straight to her Facebook page. Show the love because she's got a lot of knowledge. She's got a lot of knowledge, and she's got a good head on her shoulders. That's the main thing. She's not a kind of like dive straight in the deep end tinfoil hat wearer. She does sort of sum things up. She's got logic. She uses a lot of logic, which I like. I like that sort of thing. So yeah, use the QR code, show her some love on Facebook. Let's see if we can't get her a few more followers, a lot more followers on her Facebook page. That would be absolutely excellent, before people go back to work. That'd be really, really good. And other than that, no, we are about done. We'll let you get on and enjoy your New Year's. Thank you very much. Take care, people.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.